Hey y'all, Michelle Antonio here. It's February 2025, and I just wanted to tap in and run my mouth. That's all. All right, today I was checking my DMs and responding to some of those messages, and then also I scrolled through to check my story archives because I was looking for a specific thing. But in the midst of that, I saw, how it has like the little memory that pops up, for stories or what have you, or from your pictures or that type of thing, your post in the past. And it was a picture of me from 2 years ago, February 15th, 2023. And it was a nice picture, you know what I'm saying? I was in a picture being fly like how I am, you know what I'm saying? Clearly. I'm just playing. The picture was cool. And I was just like, wow, because it just made me think, like, in real life, a week later from that picture, I was called into the doctor's office to be advised that I had colon cancer. And, you know, I'm still here, and it's all the time in my head. It's just like a million and one things like, yo, what's really good? This is crazy, because in that picture, I looked fine. You know what I'm saying? I looked happy. I was glowing, I looked healthy. Whole time, a week later, I would find out that, or be diagnosed with cancer. And that just goes to show, like, like how the plot twist in life be plot twisting. You feel me? Like up 1 second, down the next. You know what I'm saying? Like mad money one moment, broke as a joke the next. Just like, smiling and giggling and laughing and whatever, being joyful 1 second, and then the next, you ready to fight the world. What? Life. Curveballs like MF is all I'm saying. And it's just like one of those things where you realize like you just can't take anything for granted, and we really don't know what, under the surface or behind the scenes. We really don't know what, everyone is going through, what anyone is going through, really, and it's just so crazy. It doesn't matter the circumstances or your, quote unquote status in life, or, how much money you have, like the neighborhood you live in, the family you came from, like whatever the family name is, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is that people use as like status symbols or hierarchy symbols or whatever, to be like, oh, I'm up here and you're down here. Life does not care. It does not discriminate, is all I'm saying. And that is something that you could take to the bank. But anyway, I have this little message because you know how I like to share my little messages. Breath is the voice of your soul. I feel like that is a good message simply because I talk about breath and breathing and, things of that nature so often. I also talk about peace a lot. Breathing is so important, taking in air and how we just, like practice meditating and distributing it through our bodies is so important, because we can do without a lot of things. We can do without food for a long time. I'm a prime example. I fasted for 80 days, no food, when I initially found out about the diagnosis of cancer. I took a naturopathic route. So 80 days, no food, herbs, minerals, water, juicing. Those are the things that I did. For 80 days, I went without food. But I had the things I needed to sustain my life. So think about that. Ponder upon that. Anyway, also we can go without water for an extended amount of time, you know. But the thing that we cannot go without is breath, air, oxygen. We have to breathe. So it's just so important to understand how breath, you know, is so intertwined in our being, and it's required for us to live. I have this little, you know, I look down because why I got props. I got this little sign that a coworker of mine, now it's showing up backwards. And you know what? I might not twist the thing around when I post the video, but it says breathe. So a coworker of mine, she was a friend of mine, she painted this for me on one of my birthdays, and it was on my desk when I came in. Breathe. Why did she do that? Because I always talked about breathing. This was several years ago when I got this. It says breathe. She did that one year. And then the next year, she took it off my desk, unbeknownst to me, and she took it again. And she did this. Peace. P-E-A-C-E. Peace. Now this is backwards too. Again, I'm probably not going to invert the video, but I'm letting you know what it says. You can see. Okay, peace. So she did that for me on another birthday, on the very next birthday. And, you know, those are things that I talk about all the time. So to get such a thoughtful gift and, you know, handmade, and, you know, she tricked me, you know, snuck it on in there, snuck it on out, snuck it on in there again. And that's cute. Thank you for loving me the way you do. But these things are important. Breath, breathing, peace, love, joy. You know, I talk about these things a lot in my videos. Why? Because these are the things that matter. It's just at the core of lifing. These are the things that matter. Integrity, character, you know, yeah, all of these things, you know, like self-esteem, you know, all like core values, core morals, core things, you know. When all of the SHIT hits the fan, what do you have going on with those things? You know what I'm saying? What do that soul look like? What does it look like? You know what I'm saying? In the midst of all of the shenanigans, what does your soul look like? You know? I don't know. I guess that's what I'll leave y'all with. Think about it. Comment, and if you will. Subscribe, you know, share, like, do all those things that, you know, people that we need for you to do, you know, for social media and these platforms. Please and thank you. Peace.